This is Brandenburg Concerto, first movement. Johann Sebastian Bach actually wrote 6 of these Brandenburg concertos. This one is the third. It's the shortest and probably the most well-known. Originally, it would have been played by 3 violins, 3 violas, 3 cellos, and a harpsichord, which is kind of the cross between a piano and a lute. It sounds like a plucked instrument, but it's played on a keyboard. One thing about this music that makes it so special is how often the melody gets passed around to different sections in the orchestra. Therefore, it's very important that you know where you come in, which melody you play, and where they are in your part, so that you don't come in with another player. It's very easy to get lost, so I would recommend listening to this piece with your music in front of you many, many times, just to get to know it. There are some very tricky eighth note passages in here. I would recommend playing them very slowly to get them under your fingers before you try to speed them up with the rest of the part. One of these is at measure 48. Start on the 4th finger on the G string, and remember to take very small string crossings. Don't practice this with huge bows. It might sound quiet at first, but when it's sped up, the forte will take care of itself. It sounds like this. Three measures later, we do almost the same thing, but start on the C string. Once you get the notes under your fingers and you can play the whole thing through at a very comfortable tempo, start thinking about playing this stylistically. So many times when we play staccato, we use very abrupt stop bows. These staccatos say somewhat detached. What we're going to try to do is use bow strokes that are less forced. They sound like this. I'm using less pressure and I'm not accenting anything. The bows are still stopped, but they don't sound quite as aggressive. We can do the same thing in places like measure 100. This will also help in the long run. When you try to speed it up, your arm will be much more relaxed, which will help you play much faster. Lastly, take care to learn the dynamics. Since there are so many melodies flying around here and everybody is getting a turn to play this melody, make sure you play piano when piano is written so that you're not playing loudly over another section. That's what makes this piece so interesting. And when you have forte, play out because you probably have an important melody. My practice tempo is set at 96. Here we go. 1, 2, go.